Men like you more when you don't care about them so much. Or let's just say when you care a little lesser for them than they care for you. This is such an annoying and brutal truth to hear. I remember myself just going mad when I neglected guys and they pursued me. And then when I was nice to them, they dropped me and they would treat me like I wasn't valuable or worthy just because I was available and present for them. So if this truth drives you mad, you absolutely must watch this video because I'm going to give you some nuances around why this happens and why even healthy men sometimes need to be ignored in order for them to recognize your value. Welcome back to the channel. If you are already a subscriber, I love having you here. Give me a like. Give me a comment. I love hearing from you. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. This is Dating and Relationship Coach Sami Wunder, and I help high-achieving, smart, successful women attract and keep incredible romantic relationships. Now, let's start with why do we experience so many times that when we don't give men attention, they run after us, they pursue us, they try so hard to get our attention, and then the minute you give them that attention, it's like they don't value you anymore. It's something I've personally experienced myself as well. And here are some of the reasons I think why this happens. And this is not just relevant for single women in dating, by the way. I believe this is also relevant for women in long-term relationships because trust me, every single time I have been busy or forgotten to answer my husband's text, he's always wondering more about me, checking in more on me. And he's a really healthy, empowered, masculine man. And so I know it's not just toxic men who behave this way. My life evidence shows me that even good men want us to not care so much about them in order for us to continue to be attractive and magnetic to them. Why is it so? Drives you mad, drives me mad. Why is it so? So my first hypothesis is that men value what they work for. Now, as a woman, if you really care about a man, what you start to do is you start to express your love through doing, caring, and giving. And that is what kills the polarity, and it prevents him from doing the work he wants to do to actually win you, pursue you, and keep you happy. It's almost like with my husband, I noticed that it's his mission to put a smile on my face. Like his world is good and happy. It's very subconscious, but his world is good and happy if Sami is happy. When I am caring more for him than he is caring for me, the dynamic is turned and he suddenly feels like, what is my mission here? Because she's so focused on me and she's doing and giving to me. And it makes him really uncomfortable because he believes it's his role to put a happy smile on my face. But now I'm the one caring more for him and I'm the one trying to please him. And it just disturbs the dynamic. So to make this easy for you to understand, what this looks like is just understanding that it is never your job to impress a man. It is always his job. And when you care too much about a man, you subconsciously start to show up in ways in your relationship or in dating where you are trying to please him and you are trying to impress him, and that just will not work with healthy men. The second reason why I find women who care less about men are more attractive to men and men like them more is because this leaves the natural space for a man to continue being the man in the relationship. So when you care less, you are more busy with your own life. When you care less about a man, you are checking your phone less. You are organically and automatically less available. You're not answering his text the minute he sends it. You're not picking every single call. Sometimes when you're busy and you're not so focused on him, you set up your own plans and then he can't see you as quickly as you would like to see you. Now, all of this is super attractive because it leaves that space for him to step up, rise up, and make more effort for you. And he actually really likes that and appreciates that. Now, the counter part of this is also true, which means when a man is feeling that a woman is caring so much for him and is so invested in him and so focused on him, he doesn't feel like he has enough space to rise up, pursue her and chase her and, be her hero. And this is so subtle. So just to give you an example, a client of mine inside Elevate, which is where you can work with me for 6 months live, whether you're looking to attract an empowered masculine man or looking to upgrade your current relationship. And basically what I found with her was that she was dating this guy for around like 6 and 7 weeks almost, and then came Valentine's Day and he hadn't asked her out, and I could see that she had become so focused on him and so emotionally invested in him that she had refused dates with all other men who had asked her out on that day and was waiting for this guy to ask her out. And of course, when he didn't ask her out, it brought up all kinds of resentment, anger, and frustration. This was a great learning moment for her because she realized that she was actually placing him on a pedestal and valuing the connection with him far more than he was valuing the connection with her. Because if he was valuing the connection with her, he would have booked her in advance, but he did not. This is such a slippery slope to walk on. And this is why rotational dating is so powerful, because we put all our eggs in one basket and we really hope and pray that this person that we're building a connection with will meet our needs. But men will often not meet your needs also because they can feel like you're invested, and that kills the pursuit, that kills the dynamic, that makes them feel like they can get lazy in the connection. So when a woman cares too much, it actually doesn't bring out the hero side in a guy, it brings out the lazy side in the guy, the passive side in the guy, the part in a man that actually gets you frustrated. And usually it's because he can feel energetically that you are invested, that you care a lot more about the dynamic and the connection with him than he does. Another thing that I have found when it comes to men is that their brains are almost biologically wired to solve problems, which means that if everything is going well with a woman in a relationship, I even see that in my marriage sometimes, then men will start to slack. And it's almost like they need a hit, they need a wake-up call, they need to see that if I don't get my stuff together, she's gonna move on, she's gonna get angry, she's gonna walk away, she's gonna open up her options again, she's going to not just accept any low-level crumbs I'm going to offer her. And it's almost like they need that kick once in a while. And I don't mean this in a negative way. It's just been my observation with so many of my clients as well, where they're so agreeable, they're so nice, they are really present, they're really available, and somehow they start to get being taken for granted by their guys. Still, inside Elevate, we'll teach them, no, you shouldn't accept that. No, you should draw a boundary here. No, you should let him know it's not cool to flirt with the waitress in the restaurant. And that's when these men wake up. So when a woman cares too much about a man's feelings and what he wants and what he likes versus herself and what I want and what I like, I think that is the recipe for ending up in a situation where you get taken for granted. Now, I wanted to pause this video for just a quick moment and invite you to my brand new training, Love on Your Terms, How to Draw Authentic Boundaries with Men for Greater Intimacy. Now, my methodology has led to thousands of women attracting healthy, empowered, masculine men and thousands of marriages and relationships getting reinvigorated because of my 6-step love success framework, which I will introduce you as part of this training as well, apart from showing you how to draw boundaries in a loving, authentic way that actually brings men closer. You will find the link in the description box below this video. Make sure to sign up. It's a replay and you get immediate access and you can just gobble all the gold I'm sharing with you. Last but not the least, I think men care more about a woman that she doesn't care much about because it gives a high value perception. You see, if you are caring too much about a man, especially in early dating, it makes them wonder, why is she so focused on me? Does she not have other options? Does she not have other men pursuing her? And so if you care too much and you find yourself in this energy of wanting to make a date work with a particular guy or being available for him no matter what, like how he's showing up or no matter how he's asking you always on the last minute, and you feel scared to say no, then that is showing to a man that you care more about him than you care about the experience he's giving you. And that is never a high value perception for men. Men are naturally and biologically wired to compete for women that they believe is going to be the best wife, is going to be the best mate, and that woman has options and they know that. So the minute you become over invested or care too much about making it happen with a certain guy, that's signaling to him that you don't have many options. Finally, I also wanted to say that men like you more when you care less. It's because it takes away the pressure from the guy. When we women care a lot, it can often feel very intimidating and pressurizing to men. Whereas when we feel like we care a little less than a man cares for us, it makes him the room to be a man for us, to lead, to give, to do. And men really like that. They really appreciate being around a girl or a woman who is easy, who is chilled out. And usually that ease and that chilled outness, it comes not by artificially playing it, but by actually caring not so much about the guy. Now, of course, there are some of you who are wondering, what is the right balance? How exactly should I not care so much when I like somebody? I think those are all great questions, and what I'm going to do for you is come back with another video where we show you what the right balance of caring for a man is in a nourishing feminine way, and where it starts to get dysfunctional and will make a man lose interest in you when you care too much. If you enjoyed this video, leave me a like, leave me a comment. I love hearing from you. I'll see you on the next video.